What up, what up, what up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to review Tyler Perry's The Oval, Season 5, Episode 4. So if you haven't seen the 4th episode of Tyler Perry's The Oval of Season 5, turn this video off right now. Go watch the episode and come back and watch this video. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's a simple and free way to support my channel. Literally takes less than 4 seconds. So if you spend 4 seconds watching this video, you could definitely hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, because I don't only review The Oval, I review other shows as well. I'm also not a public speaker, so I will tend to fumble my words. You're going to hear you're going to hear so, you might hear like 1,000 times. I might stop to regain my thoughts. Definitely going to be looking at my notes over here that I take when I'm watching the show. It is what it is. And anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. These are my thoughts and expressions. No one's paying me to be biased towards, against, none of that. Also, comment below what you thought of this episode, what I talked about, if I forgot anything, and what you would grade this episode of Season 5, Episode 4 of Tyler Perry's The Oval. I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. I'm going to grade this episode. For me, it's kind of between a B- and a C+. It wasn't a lot going on, but I did like the fact that they tried to throw Victoria in the mix to make it seem like she was the mastermind. So that's why I kind of say B-. But it still was kind of like slow and dumpy. So it's just like I kind of want to give it a C+. But that's how I feel like I want to grade it. I might change my grade. Like I said, I do it before and after my reviews. I might change my grade after I'm done the review. But for now, B-, C+, I don't know. I'm in the middle there. Last chance, if you haven't seen Tyler Perry's The Oval Season 5, Episode 4, turn this video off right now because I'm about to spoil the entire episode. Cool. Let me get a swig of OJ right quick. Okay. Okay, so the episode starts off with Richard. He's still down in the morgue identifying his body. Turns out the body is not Barry's. I'm trying to remember what happened to Barry's body. Like, I know Kareem and his cousin Antonio, I know they took the body out of Kareem's house. I'm trying to remember what happened, though. Did they chop it up and put it somewhere? I can't even remember. Because last episode, it did look like Barry's body. It looked like Barry's face. I couldn't really tell, but Richard identifies the body as not Barry. I can't really remember what they did to Barry's body. I can't remember. I feel like they chopped it up and put it behind a dumpster or something. I can't remember, but either way, that makes me think, like, now does Richard think that Barry's still alive somewhere? Because Sharon know he dead. And Nancy got some weird ass, well, I'm pretty sure Rocky Ducey told her that they killed Barry. But she's so high she don't realize it. But she keeps saying Barry dead, so I don't know. But anyway, so he in the morgue with the officer, you know, T from the Parkers. I love keep saying that. But he says, that's not my son. So T, I mean, I keep saying T, you know, the officer or whatever, he pulls out the belongings that was with the body. And what did he say? What did Richard say? He said those are not Barry's belongings. So he asked the officer, where did he find those belongings? And the officer said that they was found in Barry's car. So that makes me wonder, like, okay, where was Barry's car? They put another body in Barry's car? I was so confused about that. So Richard starts telling the officer, like, the last place my son was going was to this cult in Virginia. And they dangerous people. They tried to run me off the road and things like that. Yeah. So the officer gives Richard his car and says he's going to look into it. I'm like, oh, poor T from the Parkers. We probably ain't going to see that man no more. He looking into that cult. So back at Sam and Priscilla's place, you know, Priscilla still got these dudes in there beating on Sam. Then she finally tells them to stop. So she tells Sam, like, I want you... She tells him, like, basically, I want you out of my house. And then she has the men beat him a little bit more. Then she threatens him, tells him if he come back, the guys will be there waiting for him to beat him again. So Sam, like, they don't know I'm a federal agent. Priscilla, like, these street niggas, they don't care. Sam, like, they should. Priscilla's like, oh, what was that? Makes the dude beat him a little bit more. Then she makes Sam agree to never come back to the house and not to speak to her at work and not to fuck the first lady again. He was like, I was already not doing that. So as Sam tries to get up off the floor, he tries to grab his gun, go for his gun. And Priscilla's like, no. Priscilla's like, you really trying to go for your gun? Then she has all the dudes that was beating on Sam pull their guns out on Sam, make him leave the house. So he leaves without his pistol. He's like, I got to get my service weapon. Like, what the fuck is going on? He got to get his pistol. So then we get this scene in the infirmary. Oh, big surprise. The president wakes up. Of course he was going to wake up. Like I say in all my reviews of Tyler Perry's show, Tyler Perry loves to piss us off. So, of course, we want the president to die because we don't like his ass. But, of course, they're not going to let that happen because they like to piss us off. So the president, he wakes up. He's like, what happened? You know, the doctor tells the nurse to leave out and tells Hunter he overdosed. Hunter trying to get up out the bed. Like, oh, snap. Like, I got to get out of the bed. Somebody got to run the country. Like, you've been doing that anyway. Like, you was doing that before you overdosed. Like, nigga. So the doctor tells him, like, oh, everything's fine. The VP has been sworn in. So Hunter's like, are you serious? So he tries to get up even more. And then I guess he overwhelms himself and ends up passing out. So remember, Donald had Alonzo waiting at his place. So Donald gets home. He makes Alonzo tell him the story all over again. Like, tell me what happened again. Like, he didn't just tell your ass at the White House. And I was happy that Alonzo didn't throw Alan under the bus because Alan would be suspect number one because of the fact that Hunter was sleeping with his girlfriend, the press secretary or whatever. So I didn't want Alonzo to spill the beans on Alan, but in this convo, he finally does. So he tells Donald the president wanted something better than what he usually taking. So what he usually be taking. So I got a hookup from Alan because Alan said that he gets it for you, saying that he's saying it's to Donald. Like Alan says he gets drugs for Donald, so he know where to get it. So Donald get to asking Alonzo, did Alan put the fentanyl in the coke? So Alonzo's like, no, he didn't because he took it off. No, Alonzo says Alan didn't lace the drugs because Alonzo took it off from the pharmacy, like robbed the pharmacy. So Donald asks, where's the drugs now? Alonzo says he gave it back to Alan. Oh, excuse me. So then Donald says, so Alan does have it. And Alonzo's like, no, Alan took it back to the dealer, but excuse me. Alan took it back to the dealer and he hasn't heard from him since then. So this when Donald, he calls Alan, leaves him a voicemail to call him back. So at this moment, I'm like, oh, so, because I thought that, now that I think about it, I was about to say I thought that Donald and them had something to do with him even being locked up in the first place and about to get killed in there by that dude, because dude was like, but now I'm thinking about it, it's the drug dealers that want him dead in the jail. And it's the drug dealers that sent that dude in there to kill Alan. And they probably doing it on the First Lady's orders, maybe. From what we know now, when the First Lady talks with Eli later on. So now I feel like Donald has no idea about the whole situation. I mean, about Alan being locked up and the dude in there to kill him and all that. Yeah, so Donald, he sends Alonzo to go find Alan. So he has no idea Alan's locked up. So I feel like this is the First Lady's doing or the drug dealer's doings. Or maybe the First Lady had nothing to do with Alan getting locked up. Well, she said she knew that the pharmacy was being investigated. So I don't know. I feel like it's the drug dealers and the First Lady that got Alan in there about to get killed. So Donald, he sends Alonzo off to go find Alan. Lily comes downstairs. I really don't understand Lily's point anymore. I mean, I don't even understand why she's here anymore. So she come downstairs. Donald's like, why you still here? You had the chance to leave. So why didn't you take it? So Lily's like, and missed the chance to see you get yours. So I'm like, hold on. Because I'm like, don't Donald got like some killers watching her family or something like that? And he threatened her not to leave, and if she do, he would get her family killed or something. Ain't that the reason why she stayed? Because when Bobby came sneaking up in there with the gun and was like, come on, Lily, and she was like, I can't go. Ain't that the reason why she couldn't go? Because he got her family under surveillance or something, and he'd kill him if she leave? Because if that's the case, she can't just leave just because she had a chance. But if that's not the case, then, bitch, why didn't you leave when you had the chance? You could see him get his on the TV. He's chief of staff. Whatever he get his about, it will be on TV. It will be televised. So they go back and forth about the police dude that came in the house and shot Donald's little piece that in the bed or whatever. Donald's still saying Lily sent them, and Lily's like, I didn't send them. You sent them when you ruined his life. Donald's like, I warned him. Da-da-da. They go back and forth. Lily's like, you don't want no women. He's like, I like women occasionally, not you. You're nothing to me. They just go back and forth for a whole bunch of bullshit. So then Donald's like, is that Trick still up in the bed dead? Did they clean that up? Lily's like, I don't know. I haven't been in there. Donald's like, well, I'm sleeping in the guest room. Remember last episode, Lily told Alonzo to tell Donald that she's sleeping in the guest room. So she get I was sleeping in the guest room. Donald's like, well, the man of the house has spoken, and I'm sleeping in the guest. It's just like, what the hell are we doing? Like, what are we doing? If you're not going to kill Lily, what the fuck is her purpose anymore on this show? Because Bobby ain't fucking with her no more. It's kind of like she just floating. So at the jail, Alan trying to make a deal with the guy. And the guy's like, what you got? So Alan telling him, like, I got money. And the guy's like, well, you got enough to cover the coke? It was $300K. So Alan's like, I can get it. And the guy's like, how? And Alan's like, don't worry. Trust me, I can get it. So the guy's like, I don't believe you. He's like, I don't want to hear no more words. He says, you were probably rat before then. Alan's like, I'm telling the truth and I won't snitch. This, that, and the third. The guy's like, it's almost lights out. I got to lay down. Get my mind right because killing be so hard for me. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? He got to lay down to get his mind right before he kill you. Alan continue yelling for the guard. Dude telling him it ain't going to work because he told him last episode that the guard's already been paid off to let it happen. So, but you know, Alan, he just steady yelling for the guards. So then we get this scene, VP, his detail. One of his details, Bobby. So they get to the bottom of the residence. VP, he tells Bobby that he can wait right there. Like, wait down here. So then Bobby pages Max, basically like telling him where he positioned at, like his new position. So Max is like, why is VP going to the residence or whatever? And Bobby's like, I don't know. So Cal's standing right beside Max while Max and Bobby talking back and forth on their walkies. Cal's like, what's with you guys got a private channel? What's with that? So Bobby asking Max, can we get eyes in the residence? And Max like, no one we can trust. And I'm just like, what was the point of Cal saying, why y'all got a private channel? And then y'all were talking back on the walkies and he could hear everything y'all saying. So it's like, fuck the private channel at this point. So Bobby asks Max if Cal's listening. And Max is like, yep. So Bobby's like, everything good? Trying to see if Max has made a move on Cal yet. So Max is like, yeah, for now. This nigga Max is going to be on Cal's ass for as long as this show run. So Cal's like, what was that about? Max says, our plan to murder you. So Cal says, you tried that already. Max like, I haven't. I guess he meant like how he wants to. So Cal's like, you need to lighten up, Max. Like, I really do like you. Max is like, fuck you. Cal said, if we met in a bar, you probably be my bitch right now. A whole bunch of little subliminal gay stuff go back and forth or whatever. Cal said something about it's excessive to put body cams on cops now because we can't bust heads like we used to. So I guess they trying to give us this notation that Cal is gay. I mean, not gay. We know he gay, but Cal is racist. So Max get there. Can you just step away over there and shut the fuck up? I mean, Max says that the cow. He's like, can you just step over there and shut the fuck up? And you know, a bunch of gay shit. I thought you would want my mouth open, dude. All that shit. So Antonio and Dale get to the pharmacy. Antonio's still holding Dale at gunpoint. Telling Dale, like, you gonna tell me everything. So he's like, I know a Secret Service agent bought the drugs. Dale was like, well, you know more than me then. I was like, how you gonna say he gonna tell you everything and then you telling him shit that he don't even know? He was like, you know more than me then. So Antonio was like, who else bought some? So Dale was like, I don't know. So Antonio tells Dale to look up the names and the files and read them to him. So Dale starts saying the names, and Antonio's like, damn it. And Dale's like, what? So that's when Antonio tells Dale that all the people on that list have overdosed, because apparently they must have got the same drugs that the president got. He was like, somebody gonna take the fall for it. I'm not going to jail, whatever. Dale said, you should be going to jail. Antonio was like, what you say? So Dale was like, man, I don't know what you want me to do here. So Antonio was like, you gonna take the fall. Tells Dale that. Dale was like, why me? And I was like, nigga, that's not the first thing you say. The first thing I'm saying is, nigga, no the fuck I'm not. Ain't no damn why me. Like, what? But Dale says, why me? So Antonio gets the, you mixed it. Dale's like, that's a lie. Antonio's like, you calling me a liar? Dale's like, yes. Like, what is this? So this is when Antonio takes a picture of Dale, sends it real quick, then calls somebody and was like, yeah, that's the dude that mixed the fentanyl. And he tried to kill Kareem because he hit him with a bat. And I'm just like, that part was stupid to say because, what's her name? Sharon's already locked up because she admitted that she hit Kareem with the bat. So I was just like, I don't even know why he said that part, but go off, Antonio. You think you're doing something? I don't know. So then he hangs up and tells Dale, like, I'm sorry, they coming for you, and then runs out. And I'm looking at Dale like, nigga, get the fuck out of there. Whatever the fuck he sent somebody for, you get out of there. I mean, they got your picture now, but I don't know. And I'm like, Dale just came from the police station. He was cleared to go. So, like, I don't know what the fuck Antonio think he's doing. I don't know. So Eli gets upstairs outside the residence, and Victoria's up there waiting to give him a drink. She's like, where your detail? He's like, I left him downstairs. He's like, no cameras? She's like, yeah, it's just us two. So she's like, it's just us two. Hands him a drink and then proceeds to sit across from him. What was the whole point of asking about cameras and the detail if y'all was going to sit right across from each other and not like bun up, sit close, like snuggled up? I don't know. So then Victoria gets to, can you believe how brilliant all this worked out? And Eli's like, how'd you knew that this would work out? So this one, Victoria starts saying a little bit of her plans. She was like, basically, because I know Hunter loves horror. So when I found out Sharon was in the White House, I looked up, I found out where she worked. And it turned out she worked at a pharmacy that was being investigated for drugs, drug running and all that. What'd she say? So all she had to do was get Hunter to take some. So I was just like, what that got to do with Sharon? Because first of all, she's not even a whore. She was just somebody that came to the White House with Richard. To see Richard, and Hunter got infatuated with her. So that was like a accident. It ain't like he had her come to the White House. Oh no, he did kidnap her and bring her to the White House. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But either way, I was like, first of all, she's not a whore. And then I was like, second of all, oh yeah, never mind. Well, second of all, Kareem was the drug runner, not Sharon. But I guess she's trying to make it seem like Sharon was. I don't know. So I'm like, did she think that, was it a part of her plan to get Sharon locked up for killing Kareem? I don't think they have no idea that Sharon's even locked up for killing Kareem right now. So it's like they plan is not going the way, unless Dale gets blamed for it. I don't know. More got to happen for me. So Eli asks her, like, how did you manage all that? Victoria's like, I can't reveal all my secrets. She was like, just know that I got more on my team than you know. So I was like, that makes me wonder, like, is some of these people in this White House pretending to be against her that really work for her? That would be a shock. Like, what if somebody we least expect is actually working for her? Like Bobby or somebody. That'd be crazy. That would be something that would have me like, oh, shit. The last time I was shocked watching this show was when I found out that Victoria and the VP was sleeping together. That was something that threw me off. I was like, oh, shit. I didn't see that coming. But her saying I got more on my team than you know, that makes me wonder. Like, what if somebody that we least expect is real live working for her? So this is what Victoria told Eli, I want you to make love to me in my bed, in the residence bed, whatever. Eli's like, you sure about this? Victoria's like, stop worrying. Brings him in the bedroom. So we know something going to happen there. I was like, I know something going to happen there. I don't know if we're going to see it this episode, next episode. We got to see it this episode, whatever. So then we get this scene. Richard, he comes back to Nancy's hospital room. Nancy tells Richard, the doctor said I can go home. Richard's like, are you feeling up to it? So Nancy's like, yeah, I just want to go home, get in my own bed, and then wake up in the morning and cook. So Richard starts, like, getting teary-eyed, smiling, looking at her. And she's like, why you looking at me like that? Because you love me? Richard's like, yeah, I love you. And Nancy's like, thank you. And then Richard's like, you so special to me. So Nancy was like, even though I was still having sex with your daddy? And I was just like, oh, my goodness. Here we go. So Richard's like, how many times did you sleep with my dad? So Nancy's like, it was a lie. He was really good in bed. She just started saying everything. Like, I was in love with him, but I had to break it off because I knew you was coming back. Then she says, well, actually, he broke up with me because he didn't want to hurt you, but I didn't care because I just wanted to be with him. But he wasn't having it. Then she says, your father was better than you. Just saying all this stuff. Richard's like, Nancy, please stop talking because you're saying too much. What did he say? Yeah, he said, you saying too much. I'm like, a little too late for that. She done said everything now. She starts singing. I want to tell it all. Tell it all. Then she tells Richard she only stayed with him to be around his dad. She says she was young and stupid. She starts cracking up laughing. I mean, the drug's still in her. But at this point, you done said too much. So I don't even feel... Like, why are they doing this to my man Richard? Why are they putting him through so much? He's like one of my favorite characters. So then Nancy's like, I'm ready to go. And Richard's like, I'm going to go get the doctor. So then Nancy's like, hurry up, Clarence. And Richard's like, my name is Richard. Nancy's like, I know. Start laughing or whatever. I'm just like, it's fucked up. So Richard goes to the doctor. And the doctor's like, well, Nancy could go home. And Richard's like, well, I got to go. I'm going to send somebody to come get her. The doctor's like, oh, she got to be supervised before the drugs wear off. And I'm just like, don't you mean until the drugs wear off? Because he said she need to be supervised before the drugs wear off. I mean, I get that. But don't you mean until the drugs wear off? I don't know. But he says that, and then I was like, why can't the people that was watching her when Richard went to go view the body downstairs, the people that was watching her then, they could watch her now until Richard sends somebody. I don't think he really going to send somebody. Until Richard sends somebody. Well, I didn't think he was going to really send somebody because of the way he was feeling. But I was like, why can't they just have whoever was watching her when he went to the morgue to watch her now? But either way, so he studied saying she need to be supervised. Yeah, so Richard's like, I'm telling the doctor, like, look, I got to go. I will send someone. And me, personally, I was like, after that shit she just said to him, he ain't sending nobody. He going to leave her bitch ass in there while he go to the house and pack his shit out. And then she could get the fuck home however she want to get home. That's what I thought was going to happen. But, you know, it's a Tyler Perry show, so that's not going to happen. It ain't going to happen the way we want it to. So back at the jail, Alan, he getting, what's the word? Like, he basically getting anxious. Like, because, when lights go out, this dude trying to shank him or whatever. So Alan, he grabs a pillow, tells the guy, man, come at me now. Fuck this. Fuck this, wait until the lights go off. Come at me now. So dude comes at him with the shank. They start tussling. Alan ends up flipping dude. Looks like dude dropped the shank. But they cut away in the mid-tussle. Back to Richard at the hospital. Actually does call somebody. I was like, oh, he did call somebody. I'd be like, fuck that bitch. I'm sorry. But he calls Priscilla. Priscilla already on 10. She's like, I don't care what Sam told you. Richard's like, I'm calling you for Nancy. Priscilla's like, oh, sorry. So he's like, can you pick up Nancy from the hospital, take her to your place? Priscilla's like, yeah, sure. She asked Richard, like, what's wrong? Are you okay? So Richard's just like, man, I just can't deal with all the things she said to me. That Nancy said to me. So Priscilla's like, well, you know, she out of her mind right now, and asks what the doctor say, and Richard's like, well, the doctor said she'll be fine. Priscilla's like, well, that's good. Richard's like, look, I just can't talk to her. I can't be around her right now. I'm like, thanks, Priscilla. Appreciate you come to get her. I know the sun about to be up. I appreciate you coming to get her. You can come get her now. She about to be discharged. She being discharged, all that. So Priscilla's like, everything will be fine, Richard. Richard's like, not after what she said to me. I feel him. I'm sorry. Because he just forgave your ass when he found out. And then you tell him all this? How he supposed to come back from that? You just told him you was sleeping with his father. It wasn't what you told him it was. You told him you slept with his father one time and you got pregnant or something like that. I can't remember. Or it was an affair that happened while he was overseas or whatever. I can't remember. But the way she explained it now, when she off that shit, that Colombian flower, So then we get this final scene. Eli and Victoria, they laying in bed after they supposed to have just finished doing it, whatever. So this is when Victoria explains her plan a little bit more. That's why when I was saying back then about the whole Sharon situation, I was like, hold on, I'm contradicting myself because Victoria explained a little more in this scene. So this is when Eli says, I didn't think you had the guts to kill your son. Victoria was like, well, I did. I was like, well, okay, we knew she did that. So then Eli says, I would have told you about Simone's plan to move Jason's body had I known ahead of time, things like that. I mean, of course, she ain't want your ass. I mean, I'm surprised she didn't tell him that. Now I think about it, yeah. Why didn't she tell the VP that she moved Sam's body? Oh, I thought that was Sam that did that. I thought Sam moved the body. I don't know. Either way, so Victoria, she's like, we need to make a move now. Yeah, she said we need to make a move now. She's like, oh, it's getting so hard moving all these chess pieces around. She says, first I got the dealer. Then I made sure Alonzo felt pressured about the drugs. Because she knew that Alonzo and Alan were friends. And she knew that Alan got drugs for Donald from the pharmacy. So all she had to do was make sure that Hunter ran out of drugs. And he would find some dumbass agent, Alonzo, to go get him more. She was like, I didn't think it would be this easy. So I was like, oh, okay. So now I see how she set it all up. She took the drugs from Hunter so he would run out. And I guess she knew Alonzo was going to be the one. But how she know Alonzo was going to get it from Alan? And how she know Alan was going to lace it? I don't know. That's the part that's kind of confusing for me. Or did she lace it herself? I don't know. I don't know what that part is still confusing for me. So Eli says to Victoria, you don't think Hunter will recover? I was like, little do these niggas know. He already done woke up in the goddamn infirmary. But he like, you don't think Hunter will recover? So Victoria's like, as soon as I can get in there, I can find out. Because remember, I don't know. Well, Donald told. That's my whole thing. Like, Donald told the Secret Service agent not to let her. Well, he told Cal not to let Victoria in the infirmary under no circumstances, and told the doctor as well. But the VP just, like, basically fired Donald. So, like, why can't Victoria just go in there? Because Max is the VP's detail, so he shouldn't ask no questions if the VP allows it. And Max is supposed to be like, well, yeah, not Max, Cal was told not to let her in. But under orders of somebody that's fired. So I'm like, why because right after that, they talk about, Yeah, she was like, if I can get in there, and Eli tells her that he got Max and Cal on the door, and she's like, you need to get rid of them and find a way to get them to move. So I'm like, why? Why can't he just tell them to move and send you in there? I mean, he's the president right now. Yeah, so Victoria, like, you need to tell him to move. I just need to get close to Hunter. Eli was like, the doctors will decide. And Victoria was like, no, the doctors will do whatever I tell them to do. And I'm like, maybe, I mean, leave the room, sure. If you tell them to leave the room, they might listen. But you flat out tell them to kill the president. I don't think they would go through with that. So Victoria's like, come on, the sun is about to come up. So she hops on top of him, fake riding him or whatever. And then Hunter walks in. I'm like, oh my God, Hunter. And that's how the episode ends. Like I said, I want to give it a B- because I didn't know Victoria was so much mastermind behind this. But it's kind of like I'm going to give it a C+ too, because a lot of stuff's still not making sense for me. So I'm going to still keep it like B-, C+. That's how I'm feeling. Predictions for episodes to come. Well, we see Hunter wakes up and he found Eli and Victoria fucking. So I'm wondering how that's going to play out. Richard's still not fucking with Nancy. I don't blame him. We see some more of Jason with the Rockadoochies next episode. So I'm wondering how that's... I mean, they're not going to let him leave. But like I said, I feel like that's the place Jason going to want to be at. Those are my little thoughts, predictions, whatever you want to call them, for episodes to come. Please comment below what you thought of the episode, what you would grade the episode, what I talked about, if I forgot anything, if I was off on anything, all that good stuff. Comment below. And like this video and subscribe to my channel, because I don't only review The Oval, I review other shows as well. And I will see y'all in the next review. Peace.